Wow, what an incredible match between these two. I was getting chills down my spine watching it go down. They were both laser focused and you could feel the intensity from miles away.
While I agree, I think it's quite unfortunate that Trevo couldn't get his foot in the door enough to stop the powerhouse that Choppa Chop created.
Regardless, it was still an amazing match and a great start to the tournament. But now the question is, who's going to face Choppa Chop next? Well, let's start by meeting the next player, Mike.
Now we're back again live with SP News. And today we have...
Rob Zombie. Michael.
So...
Oh,
cut this out. So how do you feel going into the first match?
Well, I was worried, but then I found out I'd be playing Asa, so a little less worried.
Damn! Describe your deck and how's it been working for you?
Well, to be honest, it took me a while to get accustomed to the Spider deck. It has a fast kill, but it's really hard to set up early game, and if you don't, you're guaranteed fucked. So hopefully I'm gonna try my best. Me and my team, Choppa and Tristan, we really worked out the kinks with it, found out what could be better, what I was messing up on, and hopefully I'll be able to dominate.
Yeah, it's a great deck. So, what made you join the tournament?
Well, I've been a long time fan of Tristan and Grotto Beast, so when I got presented this opportunity, I was like, why not, $100, go buy some weed.
So what are you gonna do if you win?
Either use the money to go buy some weed or, I don't know, buy my girlfriend a game.
Oh, okay. Well, it was great having you on the show.
Seems like he's pretty confident for his match, but even if he manages to pull it off against Tall Guy, I'm not sure how well his Spider Box can do against Dredgelord.
Well, the Spider Box is all about tearing down anything opponent sets up, and Dredgelord needs a lot of setup, so I think if he makes it against Tall Guy, he has a very good chance against Choppa Chop. I'm sure Tim agrees.
Well, while Tim does make a good point, that's all talk for the future. For now, let's meet Mike's opponent in the first round. Hey guys, it's me, Sukis, coming to you live from the Tim Testy Test Center, and I'm here with Tall Guy, and we have a few questions for him before the first round starts. First of all, how are you doing today?
I'm doing magnificent, Nothing okay.
That's good. So, how do you feel going into the first match?
I'm rather nervous, I haven't had much PT, so, I don't know what I'm going to get into, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities, knowing how to, overpower with my hand.
Okay, nice. So, describe your deck and, how's it been working for you?
So, my deck is, I forget the main defenders' names, to be honest, but it's focused around the Proto Jammer and the Aimbot, and those are like two of the biggest cards in there that you can use. The Proto Jammer, there's like wishes in the deck, of course, if you studied the game, and you can attach any wish within your hand to that Proto Jammer. So as long as you can, so you can just stack stuff on him, and with the Aimbot, he can have practically limitless damage. You roll a dice for your attacking phase with him, and you can use wishes to power him up and whatnot. So theoretically, you could, it's a good deck. Just describing those are just two cards of the deck I can just,
Nice. So, what made you, want to enter this tournament and compete?
Well, you had just asked me, and I figured, it'll be fun, and, I know there's money involved, but I'm not really concerned about that, I'm just in it for the experience and whatnot, and, so far, nothing, regretful, and of course, why would I regret any of the decisions to go forward with entering, just, why not, and so far, I'm enjoying myself, and I like the game, it's cool learning it. Everybody's nice, it's nice meeting new people, too. So yeah,
that's good. And one last question for you: what would you do if you happened to win this tournament?
If I win the tournament, honestly. I'll probably just leave the money, as is to, to you. If you're the one providing money, I would assume. Am I not supposed to be, calling you by your name in an interview?
It's fine.
Okay, my bad. But, yeah. I don't really do nothing with it, I just leave it be if I can. But if I have to take it, then I will. And I guess I'll just give it back to everybody else in the tournament. Find a way to break up the money, Whoever cares to have a piece. But, if you don't care to have anything, more to the others, Or to wherever else I can disperse it,
Well, thank you very much for your time, and I wish you good luck in your first match.
Thank you very much. And thank you for that. Well, I already said thank you, but yeah, I needed that.
Thank you, guys. Can't wait to see Tall Guy go up against Mike in the first round. It should be very interesting.
Although he said he's nervous, Tall Guy seems very calm and collected. So I say he's more than ready for the match against Mike.
I don't know about that, Shmiki. As you said, Mike's deck is all about destroying anything that the opponent sets up, and Aggro Jammer does require a lot of setup. Way more setup than Dredgelord.
But you also have to remember, Aggro Jammer also has cards to slow down the opponent and ensure that he has the time needed to set up that Proto Jammer. And keep in mind, once that setup is complete, he'll never have to worry about setting up again because of Abacus and his ability to move cards attached to one beast to another if it's ever discarded.
Well, it should be an interesting match, and I'm eager to see it happen. I know Tim is ready, right, Tim?
Wow, Tim. Didn't know you had such a strong feeling for this match. Well, I guess we'll just have to see now in the next match.
Alright, we're back for game 2. It is still the first round. Looks like our first contestant is coming out now. And there he is. Our first contestant is Mike, playing that Spider Box deck. A very, very strong deck. Let's talk about Mike's player stats. As you can see, he's playing that Spider Box. Small Enemy Spider is completely free and gains 2 power as long as it's the only beast on the team. But with Giant Enemy Spider, he'll be able to defend with beasts that are on his sideline. It should be interesting to see. Now let's get ready to see Mike's opponent in the first round. Let's talk about Tall Guy. He's playing that Aggro Jammer, which will allow him to add wishes onto Proto Jammer, and he can just rest Proto Jammer and play wishes for free constantly, and use Metronomatone and Energizing Drink to constantly wake him up And if those Proto Jammers manage to get discarded, he just has Abacus that will, move those cards onto other beasts that he has in play. And so it should be very interesting to see. And we're getting straight into it. Both players, they're pulling out their decks so then they can begin shuffling, placing out their challengers. Let's talk about those challengers. Giant Enemy Spider says you may choose beasts on your sideline to defend during battle as though they were on your team. So he's going to utilize that with the small enemy spider, who has to be alone on the team. So he'll be able to attack with small enemy spider, but still defend with beasts that are on his sideline. And here we see Abacus. When a beast or grotto you have in play is discarded from play, you may move any cards attached to them and move them to other beasts or grottos that you had in play. So if he has multiple Proto Jammers out, then he has nothing to worry about if one gets discarded, because he can just move those cards around as he sees fit, which is going to be very helpful in maintaining those free wishes that he's able to play. Both players shuffling right now. I'm very curious to see how this match plays out, because small enemy spider can move fairly quickly, while Proto Jammer requires a lot more setup than usual. But if Mike allows Tall Guy to get set up, then it could be game over for him.
Cut that. I will cut. Cut it out.
Both players drawing their 6 cards.
I will mulligan.
And it looks like Mike is going to mulligan. He shows his opponent his hand. He's going to shovel his hand back into his deck and redraw a brand new hand. Now, remember, each time that Mike mulligans, Tall Guy gets to draw 1 extra card from his hand. We decided to use the mulligan rules from Pokemon instead, as it helped the game progress a little bit, better. And both players are going to play rock, paper, scissors now.
Okay. Oh my god. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no way. Get out my head, bro. You get out my head, nigga. I'm gonna live up there rent free. Fucking fine. You going first. Okay. I was destined to win this shit, bro. I only lost like 1 rock, paper, scissors game. For my first move, I'll play small enemy spider for 0.
Mike playing that small enemy spider. Small enemy spider gains 2 power as long as you have no other beasts on your team. And he plays that small enemy spider and passes, giving Tall Guy no opportunity to draw any other extra cards. Tall Guy ready to play something. He's going to play that Starbit Cluster for 3. So he's going to draw 4 brand new cards.
I'm losing this game. This shuffle is ass.
He doesn't sound too confident. And for good reason. Quite the poor start. Looks like
Using my Book of Wonder for 2.
he gets a misplay, attempting to play that Book of Wonder for 2. However, there are no cards in Mike's summoning pool to allow him to play that Book of Wonder. He decides to pass to Mike.
But I actually discarded a card, I believe.
Oh, you discarded the card?
I have to.
He has to discard some cards from his hand
2 cards.
in order to have 6 in his hand. So now Mike will start his
At the beginning
turn.
of my turn, I will be playing a Book of Wonder for 2.
Mike is going to play that Book of Wonder that tall guy couldn't play, and that will allow him to search his deck for any beast or grotto that he wants. And he'll get to put that into his hand.
Pull out bonus luck and shuffle my deck.
He's going to grab that bonus luck. Bonus luck will allow him to flip a coin, but he has to guess what it'll be. And if he wins that flip, then he gets to draw 3 cards. However, if he gets it wrong, he only gets to draw 1 card. Regardless, it's a win-win, regardless if he hits it or not, because the card only does cost 1.
And for our next move, I'll play bonus luck for 1.
He's going to go ahead and play that bonus luck for 1. So he's going to have to decide what he thinks the coin will land on.
Tails never fails. I'm going for tails.
He picks tails, and he gets it right.
I will say quite a flip.
Uh-oh. A few comments from Tall Guy.
Tails never fails, man.
Nah, that flip is booty, bro.
So I got small thumbs.
No, you don't have to the coin. It's okay, though.
It almost sounded like Tall Guy was refuting Mike's coin flip there, but it seems like everything got resolved.
My next move will be a click that for 0.
He's going to play that clip that, forcing Tall Guy to put 3 cards into his summoning pool from the top of his deck.
I don't play Book of Wonder again.
He's going to play another Book of Wonder for 2. And go ahead and search for another Wish or Grotto.
Bonus luck.
Grabs another bonus luck. Maybe trying to set up for something really big here. Taking his time, shuffling his deck, making sure everything is, properly shuffled. And probably thinking about what his next play is going to be.
For my next move, I'll be playing bonus luck for 1.
He's going to play that bonus luck for 1. So that makes 2 bonus lucks that he's played.
I'll let you flip this one.
Oh.
Tails never fails.
He's going to let Tall Guy flip because of the comments that he made last.
Wow.
And he gets the tails again, even with Tall Guy flipping the coin. Looks like Tall Guy can't complain about the coin flips anymore.
The next move is they clip that.
He's going to play that, clip that. Put another 3 into the summoning pool so he can continue to play more cards this turn. He's made a lot of utility moves, but hasn't necessarily played anything useful just yet. Nothing to allow him to do any real damage and get closer to that end goal. He has to score 15 cards to win. And he's not getting any closer at all.
So I'll be playing 2 Eat It Ups using a Starbit cluster.
He's going to play 2 Eat It Ups. One of them is going to be with a Starbit cluster. He's going to put both of those onto his small enemy spider there. He still owes 1 more card to the summoning pool. He's going to draw 3 cards thanks to those Eat It Ups and the Starbit clusters. If you don't remember, Eat It Up.
I'll be playing a +2.
+2 will allow him to choose a beast, and it'll gain 2 power until the start of his next turn. And he's going to play that onto the small enemy spider. So now the small enemy spider has a total of 6 power.
I'll be swinging for 6.
It seems he acknowledges that as well. He is going to attack.
You're attacking. You're attacking for 6, but you block for 2.
And Tall Guy will defend for 2, so Mike will score 4. And he will also get to draw 1 for defeating Tall Guy's challenger.
Before my turn ends, I will play a Sonic Protection for 0.
He's going to play a Song of Protection, which will allow him to choose a beast in play, and it can't be chosen for card effects your opponent activates during their next turn. So it is now Tall Guy's turn.
I'm going to be playing Sneak Thief.
He's going to play Sneak Thief for 3, which will allow him to look at his opponent's hand and then choose any card that he wants to discard from his opponent's hand. He's going to take a good look at Mike's hand and decide what card he wants to get rid of.
I got none to really work with.
Nah, you got 2 bounty boards in the Sneak Thief, bro. Alright, well, I'm giving you your Sneak Thief.
He's getting rid of Mike's Sneak Thief, so Mike cannot do what Tall Guy just did to him.
I look at your discard pile.
Asking.
And Starbit Cluster for 3.
He's going to play a Starbit Cluster for 3 so he can draw 4 cards. I believe he's trying to dig through his deck looking for that Proto Jammer. Mike is taking a look through Tall Guy's discard pile, seeing what he's played and what he hasn't played. Mike is a very observant player. And Tall Guy, he gets that Proto Jammer out. When summoned, he may attach any number of wishes from his hand face up onto Proto Jammer. And during either of his action phases, he may rest Proto Jammer, and he can choose one of the wishes attached to him and play it for absolutely free. And that's going to be really strong, because there's so many wishes that he can attach to Proto Jammer that can help him during, his gameplay. Very, very strong play. It's just a matter of figuring out what 5 cards to put into the summoning pool. It is a very, very expensive card to play. However, in the long run, it's going to be a very, very important one.
And these are all that I'm attaching to my Proto Jammer.
Those are the wishes that he will be attaching onto Proto Jammer. As we can see, a JBA, a +2, a Cauldron, Clip That, and Song of Protection. Very, very, very strong cards that he'll be able to play for absolutely free.
I'm going to go ahead and go forth and use my Proto Jammer's Cauldron.
He's going to rest Proto Jammer and use Cauldron, which will let him reveal the top card of his deck to all players one at a time until he reveals a beast. And then he gets to summon that beast for free. And he manages to find an aimbot there, which says, when attacking or defending, roll a 6-sided die, and aimbot will gain power equal to the number that he rolls, which is going to be very, very important. That's going to be his main attacker of the deck. And he got to summon that absolutely for free with that Cauldron, and he didn't even need to pay for the Cauldron either. If I were Mike, I would be sweating at this point. Tall Guy's looking over what he can do. Looks like he's trying to make an executive decision here. He's going to move the aimbot onto his team. However, it does have Summoning Sadness, therefore it won't be able to attack. It looks like he won't move aimbot. He's just going to leave it there. And he's finally passing his turn on to Mike. Mike has a lot of cards to work with here, so let's see what he can do.
I'll play a Thamacrow.
He's going to play that Thamacrow for 4. And when an opponent summons a wish, he gets to draw a card. Very strong card. Not only is he getting, cards, that he can draw from his opponent, it also has a decent, power level that he can defend with from the sideline, thanks to that giant enemy spider. Thamacrow is going to allow passive income in terms of drawing power for Mike. He's still trying to think about what he's going to do next. He has a lot of cards there to work with, such as Scorptus, Bounty Board. He even has that Rumble Ring, which could be very, very useful to play. that Intimidate we saw go past.
These are the 6 cards I'll be putting into my pile. My summoning pile. My cutie patootie summoning pile. Hey, Reese, shut up. Hey,
Looks like he's gonna summon something for 6. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Did you just look at your summoning pool?
I didn't look at the card, but I looked at which way they were facing.
We found the miss.
Okay, that's fair.
It looks like he's gonna get a misplay.
Yes, sir.
He's getting a misplay for looking at his summoning pool. He's not supposed to look at his summoning pool. That is a major flaw. But he got the misplay, and I think he's gonna get that corrected. We just saw someone fly on the screen. I don't know what that was.
Alright, since I put 8 down, I'll be now using a +2 and a JBA to swing for 8.
He's going to play that +2 and a JBA. He's going to be able to hit for 8 damage. Me personally, I probably would have been able to hit for 20, but that's just me. I'm just built different. He's going to get to draw a card for defeating Tall Guy's challenger. Assuming he decides to defend. Which I think he is. I don't know. He's playing an emergency rescue. He's going to shuffle as many of one card from his discard pile into his deck. Wonder what card he's going to choose to shuffle back into his deck. He's looking. Seems to be taking his time here. You know, very, very slow, but he's thinking long and hard about what plays to make. He's going to attack for 8. And it looks like Tall Guy is defending for 2. So he will score 6, get himself up to 10. Absolutely insane. Showing Tall Guy his discard pile as well.
I'll take these out my discard pile and put them into my deck.
It looks like he's gonna finally use that emergency rescue, and he's going to shuffle his +2s back into his deck. That's gonna be very helpful for him later on to dish out more damage to his opponent. Mike is currently getting a head start here. Hopefully he'll be able to take down Tall Guy before he has a chance to fully set up. He is 5 away from winning the first game of this match.
What more can you do? Fuck it, man. I'll play bonus luck.
Uh-oh, he's going to attempt to play a bonus luck. However, that summoning pool is empty.
Misplay. I have nothing in my summoning pool.
Since he's already gotten 2 misplays, that will count as a warning. And remember, he only gets 1 warning before it moves up to penalties.
All right, now in my turn.
He passes his turn onto Tall Guy. And we're going to see what Tall Guy does here. That Proto Jammer wakes up, so he'll be able to use wishes attached to him again. He's moving that aimbot forward. It no longer has Summoning Sadness, so he'll be able to attack with it.
I'm going to use my Proto Jammer and use a JBA in my aimbot.
Is that a wish?
He's going to rest Proto Jammer, use that JBA onto aimbot, so any number that he rolls is going to be doubled.
I'm going to summon my Metronomatone.
Summoning Metronomatone. If he already played a wish this turn, he gets to choose a beast in play, and it's no longer resting.
I'm going to take my Proto Jammer once again and use JBA on my boy.
He's going to rest that Proto Jammer again to use JBA once more. That's 2 JBAs.
I'm going to summon another.
He's summoning another Metronomatone. When summoned, he gets to choose a beast in play, and it is no longer resting. Only if he's played a wish this turn, which he technically did using that JBA on Proto Jammer. And he's already used 2 JBAs on that aimbot. Let's see what he decides to do now. Just waking up that Proto Jammer again.
And he wakes back up from my other Metro. I'm going to take him and do the same thing again. So that's a 3 stack of JBA on him. Okay.
3 JBAs onto 1 aimbot. This is going to be an absolutely devastating attack coming from Tall Guy. I'm curious to see how Mike plans to block whatever amount of damage he gets. Tall Guy doesn't need to score much.
Put my I can't pronounce that, to be honest. I'm going to put in my aimbot.
He's summoning that Metro Metropolis, and it says when the result on a die you roll is an even number, the beast above Metro Metropolis gains 2 power. However, if he rolls a 1, then that beast above Metro Metropolis will rest. So, if he manages to roll an even number, it will be an extra +2 onto aimbot alongside those 3 JBAs. We're in for a very devastating attack here.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack.
Let's see, what is he going to roll with for that aimbot? Looks like there's been a little bit of confusion there. But now he's going to roll for...
Wonder Bloom.
He's going to roll for aimbot now.
Wonder Bloom. Stop hating. Wonder Bloom. 3.
He gets a 3. 3, 6,
This is going to
12,
distance.
24. He attacks for 24. Round 1 goes to Asa. And now they will shuffle and play again. Wow, absolutely insane. The current score is 1-0. Game 1 going to Tall Guy.
You had that set up there in the beginning. I was getting kind of scared there.
Oh, yeah, I'm winning this one.
Oh, is that a fact?
If I get another, if I get a good hand.
Is that an undeniable, irrefutable
Oh, no,
fact?
that's not undeniable. I got a plan.
Sounds like Mike is he's getting focused in. He's now seeing what kind of damage Tall Guy can really do with Proto Jammer, and so now he's formulating a plan to kind of stop that. Both players shuffling, getting ready for game 2. Incredible performance from both players in game 1. I'm excited to see how it pans out in game 2, knowing that Mike now has a plan or a strategy against Aggro Jammer. And that seems to be the whole thing with the Spider Box. It just seems to be an overall good counter against all of the major decks in this tournament. So when played correctly, you're quite literally unstoppable. But you're going to have to adapt to your opponent's playstyle each time. Mike drawing his 6 cards. Tall guy taking his time there, making sure he has a really good shuffle. He's in no hurry, no rush whatsoever. He's going to draw his 6 cards. Looks like both players are ready to play rock, paper, scissors.
You chose scissors, you bitch. You go first.
Tall guy winning the rock, paper, scissors. Playing mind games with his opponent. Forcing Mike to go first. It's not the worst position in the world for Mike. He's going to play that small enemy spider. Remember, as long as small enemy spider is the only beast on the team, it gains 2 power. Misplay. Mike, I believe, forgot to draw a card at the beginning of his turn, and we'll get a misplay for that. Truly unfortunate.
He's playing a Starbit Cluster. Okay.
Tall guy is going to play that Starbit Cluster for 3, which will allow him to draw 4 cards from his deck. It seems like he hasn't put anything into his summoning pool. That this could cause some issues if the referee notices it. You played Starbit Cluster for 3 versus 3 cards in your summoning. Uh-oh. Looks like the referee caught on.
You didn't sacrifice him. Nah, I didn't put it in mine. So that's a misplay.
Looks like Tall Guy will get a misplay as well. Both players got a misplay on their first turn. Unbelievably reckless on both players' parts. Both players getting a misplay in the first turn. Wow. What a tragedy. Both players are a bit too comfortable. They're getting a little careless. It is now Mike's turn.
My first move will be a bonus luck for 1.
He's going to play a bonus luck for 1, which will allow him to flip a coin and call it. If he wins the flip, then he'll draw 3 cards. If he doesn't, then he'll only draw 1. You can see he has a bunch of really interesting cards in his hand. He's going to flip that coin.
Tails never fails. You gonna do it?
No. Or I don't care. Bro, you gonna put that on me. I'm terrible.
Another tails. So he will draw the full 3 cards. Since last game, it seems Mike has been letting Tall Guy do the flips ever since Tall Guy's little outburst on Mike's first initial flip. As we can see, he has a lot of really good cards that he can play here. And he has those clip that's which will allow him to play even more if necessary. He has the opportunity to make a really, really big fatal attack right now. He just has to play his cards right. Looks like both players are currently discussing something. They may have had some sort of internal issue, but looks like it's been resolved. Mike setting aside cards that he wants to play and cards that he doesn't necessarily need to play right now. If he could pull off the 2 Eat It Ups, the +2, and the JBA in one turn, that could be very deadly. That would put that would put Small Enemy Spider at 12, I believe. Because he's at 2.
I'll be using 2 Eat It Ups and a +2.
How do you do that?
What you mean?
Regardless of what you do, there's only 2 cards in the summon.
Motherfucker. Alright, wait. Damn it. Hit him with it. Hit him with shit. Hit him with it. I ain't finalized it.
Unless you announced it.
Do it. Fucking hit me, bro.
Misplay.
It looks like he's going to get a misplay for announcing that he's going to play 2 Eat It Ups and a +2, even though there's only 2 cards in the summoning pool. However, he could have played 1 Eat It Up and a +2, and then a clip that to maximize the amount of cards that he's playing, but he doesn't. He doesn't do that. So he's going to play those 2 Eat It Ups instead, and he'll get to draw 2 cards from his deck because of it, adding 2 more power onto that Small Enemy Spider. So it goes from 2 to 4 now, and if he plays a +2, it'll go to 6. If he could somehow manage to get that JBA off, it would go to 12, which would be absolutely devastating for Tall Guy. However, I don't believe he has the resources to do that quite yet. It looks like he's still deciding on what he's going to play. He's taking his time, truly thinking about what move he wants to make next. Which is a really good decision on his part. You want to be able to deeply think about what to do next in order to make the correct move. And he's already gotten 2 misplays, so if he makes the wrong move again, he'll get a warning, and after that, we'll start with penalties. And that is something that Mike does not want to see, nor does Tall Guy. But it's only Mike's second turn, so Tall Guy hasn't had the opportunity to make more mistakes just yet. He's trying to think about how much power Small Enemy Spider currently has. He only played 2 Eat It Up, so currently Small Enemy Spider only has 4 power. Looks like he's looking to get rid of a lot of cards here.
You finna attack me? Like that, bro?
Yeah, immediately. No, not yet. Don't worry. I'm not. Hey, no.
You said you finna attack me.
No, bro. Fuck that. Put your card back, bro. I'm talking to myself here. You just ask me questions.
Looks like Tall Guy was trying to fish Mike into another misplay, or a warning in this case, but it didn't seem to work. He couldn't lure him in to making the wrong play. He's gonna play an emergency rescue for some reason, in order to shuffle those Eat It Ups back into his deck. I can understand why he'd want to do that, but me personally, I would have waited until my next turn to make that kind of play. I'd be more focused on dealing as much damage as I can with Small Enemy Spider, considering that Tall Guy has yet to play down any other beasts. Looks like they're having a little bit of a friendly chat there. Good sportsmanship. You love to see it. Tall Guy cutting Mike's deck. He's going to take a peek at his discard pile, I think. No, just being a, good sport, helping him organize his cards. Now that is true good sportsmanship. You love to see it.
What could we go? Sport Ball Stadium?
He's gonna play that Sport Ball Stadium, which will allow him to draw a card for each card that he scores whenever he does score a card. It's gonna be very helpful for him.
Then I will now swing for 4.
He's going to attack for 4. Deciding not to add too much power to that Small Enemy Spider. So he's only going to be able to score 2. But he does defeat Tall Guy's Challenger Abacus and will be able to draw an extra card. And because of that Sports Ball Stadium, he will draw 2 cards, considering he scored 2 cards. So total, he will end up drawing 3. This sets him up for a good second action phase. He'll be able to play a lot more cards here. This is the time where I would use to summon more beasts that would be ready to attack or defend if needed, and just get myself into a better position for future plays.
You passing? I mean, discard one. You're passing, you said? Yeah.
And he does pass his turn over to Tall Guy.
Motherfucker.
He gets a warning. He accidentally put a card into a summoning pool when it should have gone into the discard pile. What a shame. So now there's no more room for error.
Do Sneak Thief for 3. Go ahead and give me your hand.
Tall Guy's going to play that Sneak Thief for 3. So Mike will have to hand over his hand. And Tall Guy will discard any card that he wants from his hand.
Man, what is this bitch made? Get rid of clip that.
He's going to get rid of
Yeah,
Mike's
respect.
clip that.
That shit was garbage. It was either that or bounty board. My shit's garbage still. Chop over here about this shit. Discuss. He's like, what the fuck is this hand he has?
Tall Guy having a little bit of fun there with the cameraman and Mike. Claiming that both players' hands aren't in the best of shape.
I'm going to use my Starbit cluster for 3.
He's going to use that Starbit cluster for 3. Go ahead and draw 4 cards. I think he's trying to, find that Proto Jammer so then he can start to make more plays. But it looks like he's not having the best of luck.
Clip that.
He's going to play Clip That and force Mike to put 3 cards from the top of his deck into a summoning pool in order to play more cards.
And I'm going to use my sneak. I'm using another Sneak Thief for 3.
He's going to play another Sneak Thief.
Give me that shit.
So evil, like. Why does that sound so evil, bro?
Get rid of this bullshit.
He gets rid of Mike's Sneak Thief.
And I was summon my Metronomatone to my team. What? And I will.
Tall Guy is going to get a misplay. Mike's summoning pool is empty, so he won't be able to play that Metronomatone, and instead gets a second misplay. So anything now is going to be a warning, and then penalties after that. And he's going to pass his turn over to Mike. Oh, some bad sportsmanship there from Tall Guy, flipping off Mike. Not too sure how the ref feels about that, but I don't think it's enough to warrant a warning. Looks like Mike is thinking deeply about what he's going to do next. Maybe...
So I'll be playing 2 Eat It Ups and a +2 for 4.
Alright, looks like he's going to play that +2 where he gets to choose a beast and it gains 2 power until the start of his next turn. And then he's also going to play those 2 Eat It Ups, which will allow him to add 1 power onto his beast. and he'll also get to draw a card. So now his small enemy spider goes from 2 all the way up to 6. And he used a Starbit cluster to pay the summoning cost of one of those Eat It Up, so it looks like he's going to draw 3 cards instead of just 2. Now it looks like Mike has a lot of cards to work with here. This could be the big play that he's been looking for. He's just checking to see how many cards he has scored. Mike, I believe, has the potential to win this game right now.
I'll be now putting down a JBA. Oh, shit, I'm gonna make it a JBA for 2, right? Or 6.
He's going to play that JBA for 6. So now Small Enemy Spider's power is doubled. So it goes from 6 all the way up to 12.
That don't count.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker! Give me this dub. Give me this dub.
Put 2 cards into your score pile.
Put 2
So Mike does get a penalty, which allows Tall Guy to score.
12, you block for 2. I scored 10. Wait, what?
He's going to swing for 12. Tall Guy will defend for 2. That penalty is that really slows him down there. Tall Guy gets to score 2 cards, and if he gets any more penalties, it starts to go up by 1. And so because he defeated Tall Guy's challenger, he will draw 1, and then he'll draw 10 because he did score 10. Tall Guy with some good sportsmanship, helping Mike organize his score pile. Mike is certainly under a lot of pressure, getting that penalty, but still scoring 10 cards. That puts him 3 away from winning. We get to see what Tall Guy has to work with. He definitely has a lot of really good cards that he can play during his next turn. And I believe Mike is having some sort of confusion with the rules behind Sport Ball Stadium. So he's just talking to the ref right now, trying to clear up any confusion that he may have. Looks like everything's been cleared up, so he's going to draw the rest of the cards that he needs. And now he will move on to his second action phase. However, he's got to be mindful.
Damn it, Crow before. Oh my fucking god.
He gets a second penalty. Tall Guy will now score 3 cards because that summoning pool is empty.
Fuck that. Fuck y'all.
He's going to play that clip that. That is truly unfortunate. Mind you, Tall Guy only needs to score 14, where Mike needs to score 15.
4.
He's going to place down that Thamacro. Anytime Tall Guy plays a Wish, Mike will get to draw a card from the top of his deck. Mike is trying to be extra cautious now, knowing that he's already got 2 penalties this turn. Mike is taking extra precautions to ensure that he doesn't make the wrong move. The 3rd penalty would put Tall Guy 5 away from winning. He's already this close. He doesn't want to lose it now. Get to take another look at Tall Guy's hand. He has so many cards that he can play during his next turn.
Come here. Yeah, matter of fact, clip that motherfucker. This nigga's stupid. Bonus luck.
He's going to play clip that, and then Mike is going to play a bonus luck as well to see if he can draw some extra cards.
Hey.
No, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
It looks like
Bro.
he's going to get a 3rd penalty because he failed to follow the summoning rules. He put the card that he meant to put in the summoning pool into his discard pile instead. And because of that, Tall Guy will now score an extra 4 cards on top of the other 5 that he already scored during Mike's turn. All because of penalties. If Mike manages to get 1 more penalty, Tall Guy will win the whole game. He's gonna flip for that bonus luck. That was a bad flip. The referee will let him do it again. And it looks like he will only draw 1 card because it did not land tails like he predicted. But he gets to draw a second anyways because he did play and eat it up. There's not much else that he can realistically do here. And so he's going to pass it over to Tall Guy. And Tall Guy will now start his turn with almost his entire deck in his hand. It looks like he does have that Proto Jammer. We may be seeing a Proto Jammer coming out this turn.
But I'm gonna go ahead and summon my aimbot 0 for 4.
He's going to summon that
I'm
aimbot.
going to attach my product to him, so let me go ahead and get my cards I want to get rid of.
He's also going to summon that Metro Metropolis. Now, aimbot allows him to roll a dice, and whatever number it lands on is the amount of power that he has. And that Metro Metropolis, if he rolls an even, he gets 2 more power. However, if he lands a 1, that aimbot will rest instead. Quite the deadly duo, especially when paired with cards like Try Another or even Proto Jammer. Looks like he's talking to Mike, mentioning something to him. Now Tall Guy could be talking to the referee.
Alright, well, I'm going to use my emergency rescue.
He's going to play that emergency rescue, which will allow him to shuffle a card back into his deck. So he'll get to choose a card, and any number of that same card that he has in his discard pile will get shuffled back into his deck. It looks like he's going to shuffle those Sneak Thieves back into his deck, just so then he can have more information on his opponent's hand and potentially discard more cards from his opponent. He's going to play a Starbit Cluster for 3. So then he can draw 4 cards. Tall Guy also, taking that time to truly think about what play he wants to make. He's going to use +2 onto aimbot. +2 will allow him to add 2 power to a beast of his choice. It looks like he's going to go for an attack here. So Mike will only be able to defend for 3. And Tall Guy scoring all the cards that he needs and will win game 2 and will proceed to the semifinals